Hello YouTube, Assassin here today, and welcome back to another video. This time on my top favorite classes for PvP. I think I'm going to do top 5 in this one. It was requested to do it, so that's what I'm going to be doing. First up is the Droid. Probably most of you won't be surprised if you've been around my channel for a while now. I obviously am putting Droid in my top just because it's been my main for the longest time that I can remember playing this game. And the reason why this is because I love classes that have mobility. Mobility classes have always been my kind of thing. And this class also has 4 specs, whether it could be tank if you want to mess around with Guardian, capture the flag maps, or just harassing people in general. Tank is fun. Feral Droid, which is kind of like a little mini version, I guess, of Rogue, if you want to put it like that. Has bleeds and stuff. They're both kind of similar in some ways. It's just like, I guess maybe a version of Rogues and it has more mobility, I guess what I like to say. And they have balanced droid, so if you want to be ranged, you can enjoy that class. And you can versus people and stay in the back and just snipe people in battlegrounds. It's always been my main spec for droid usually, but it's kind of gone down a little bit hill for the expansion packs. But for the most part, if you like standing in the back, it is a fun class to play. Just be warned, though, that it's not necessarily the best 1v1 class if you're into 1v1s. But if you like team play, Balanced Droid will obviously be fun. Feral Droid, if you're like me, who likes to go off and do their own thing like you're seeing right now, it's the most fun to play in my opinion, currently right now. Resto Droid is a fun healing spec. It's the only healing spec I actually like in this game, and I'm not much of a healer fan. I don't like to heal, but Resto Droid kind of is a lot of fun to me to heal, but I don't play it as often. Like I said, I'm more of a DPS person. I even like Guardian Droid. But overall, the reason why I definitely like Droid in general is just, like I said, you can play whatever you want. You could be a stealth cat, lesser version of a rogue, and just fight people 1v1, sneak up on them. You can even go off do your own thing, which is the number one important thing to me. So if you're not much of a team person, Feral Droid will probably be fun for you. I do like to play with friends and be in team fights sometimes, so Boomkin might be for you if you're more of a team player. Guardian Droid, if you want to just extremely make a lot of people mad and you feed off the whole want to make people mad thing, Guardian Droid will probably be fun for you. I personally like it because of the bear forms personally. That's number one reason. I don't know if I would actually play Guardian Droid if it wasn't for the Guardian Droid forms. But it is nice to also survive long, that kind of thing. And let me see if there's any more reasons. I don't think there's any more reasons. Just, like I said, mobility is a huge thing for me. And that's the reason why I enjoy Guardian Droid, guys. So, I'm going to move on to the next class. Alright guys, up next is Windwalker Monk, and the reason why I enjoy Windwalker Monk is for the same reason basically as Madrid. The mobility. Mobility, like I said, is a huge thing for me. Windwalker is one of the better solo classes to kill stuff as well. Let's go over the reasons why. They have basically a teleport, which you just saw right now, Transcendence. You can get away really easily. For example, I'm fighting somebody down here. If I get low health, I could just instantly teleport back up and heal up. And they make so much people angry that way. They have a spell, which you're seeing right now is Ring of Peace. Unfortunately, I don't have it, but somebody else's. You can block people from the pathways in the tunnel, or prevent them from capping. So that's a huge thing, too, for if you're wanting to do objectives. They have tons of CC, and they pretty much have the ability to 1v1 almost pretty much practically probably anybody in the game, class-wise. As long as you play yourself right. You got paralysis, so you can make red paladins waste their auto bubble. Well, I mean, not auto bubble, sorry. Their auto trinket from Ashbringer. And they have another way to CC them with paralysis, like I said, for other people as well. They have 2 rolls, Flying Serpent Kick, and with the Honor Challenge, you can control which way you want to go. They have ton of burst. It's on a short cooldown, at least Serenity and all that stuff is. Touch of Death, which is kind of like a little, I don't know what to call it these days, but it's another part of your burst. They have a little mini kind of knockoff with Crackling Jade Lightning, I guess, but It's still something kind of fun to use. If you use it right, I've knocked a few people off the roof sometimes, depending how you use it, but it's not necessarily that great. Uh, they have, just like I said, tons of CC, tons of mobility. It's easy way to just pretty much 1v1 practically anybody. And they also have a reduced healing effectiveness against healers slash anything that can heal, so which is pretty nice. So overall, short and sweet version. They're just really good at burst, like what you just saw. They have really good CC, leg sweep, Fist Fury stun. They have touch of karma, so people basically end up dying and killing themselves. Leg of sweep, ring of peace, which you're seeing the person block in the tunnel. Overall, like I said, short and sweet version. That's pretty much it. Why I enjoy the Windwalker Monk. Let's move on to the next class. Alright guys, up next is Frosty K. This is going to get a lot of mixed opinions, because I see this all the time, and people argue and fight over it, and honestly, I really don't want to see any more arguments against this, because it's kind of annoying. But, Frosty K. People are either going to love or hate the spec. It's a thing. It's really about it. The reason why I enjoy DK is for the Frost spec. I don't personally enjoy Unholy as much. I play it sometimes for requests, and I don't really personally like Unholy. I've never have, even when it's like super strong compared to Frost. I've always preferred Frost more. Unholy, you gotta just manage a lot more stuff, so if you're more into that, plus it's a pet class if you like pets. Unholy might be for you, but for Frost, I personally am somebody who just likes to go head charging in and just go ham. That's the sole reason why I enjoy Frost. Even if it doesn't do the best damage or have like this insane stuff, I just like going into huge groups and just being able to charge in and kill stuff. It's just the number one thing I like to do. That's why I like playing Frosty K. It doesn't have as much mobility. I know in the past ones I've been saying I enjoy mobility classes. But DK is, even though it does not have mobility at all, it's either you go in or you die. So I'd rather be one of those people that just goes charging in, and if I die, I die. But I want to take some people down with me. So that's the reason why I enjoy Frost DK right now, and this will obviously change with Battle for Azeroth. But there's also a thing I love to do on my Frost DK that no other class can do. I love to go, like I said, charging into huge groups. I pop all my cooldowns with Remorseless Winter, and if you have the talent, it CCs everybody at once. I can't, like, stress how much it has saved groups and battlegrounds, or even raid battlegrounds, or even their life sometimes, where you just CC like 10 people at once. I've actually done that before. So I've CC'd tons of people at once with the Remorseless Winter AoE talent, and it's got us wins. It's got us wins. Obviously, this is going to be gone in Battle for Azeroth, so if you're seeing this in the future, obviously it's probably going to change, but it's just one of the reasons why I enjoy Frosty Cake. Just going ham and having some fun going ham and not having to worry about, oh no, this guy is on me. How am I going to fight back? How am I going to fight back? Oh, I'm a DK. I can just go straight ham from him. I don't have to run. I don't have to do anything. I can just go ham. And obviously this is going to change too, but having the Icebound Fortitude heal back to full health is really nice. And having some anti-caster stuff like anti-magic gel and, you know, all that fun stuff. So that's basically the reason why I enjoy Frosty K, if that makes a whole lot of sense to people. I personally enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't like it because of the rotation. The rotation is like, puts people to sleep, which I can't force you guys to like a class. Like, I see a lot of people like chew each other out in several different comments, and it's just, guys, like, I'm just gonna say this right now. If you don't enjoy a class, then you don't enjoy it. Nobody's putting a gun to your head and forcing you to play it. I myself, like I said, enjoy Frosty K, and people like, why don't you play Unholy? Unholy DK is better. Unholy DK, you should play Unholy. Unholy is your main. You should, I mean, not Unholy is my main, but like, you should main Unholy. Frost is like for idiots. And it's like, if you enjoy Unholy, go play it. Don't force somebody to play a spec just because you think that spec is just bad and you hate it so much that you should not want it to exist. Anyways, that's a little bit of a rant on my part, but That's enough talking about Frost, or actually DK, I should say. And let's move on to the next class. Alright guys, up next is Hunter. This is another one of my favorite classes. This was actually the first class I ever made in when I first started the game. Shocker, I'm sure a lot of people probably started with this class. I see it mostly popular. The reason why I enjoy this class is because of the little bit of the variety. Beast Mastery. While it's not personally my favorite spec anymore, it used to be my main spec for Hunter. And the reason why I enjoy BM, for example, is for the pets. If you know, if you play Beast Mastery or main it as when you're playing your Hunter, you'll know that you get the ability for exotic pets. I love personally the Devil Swords and the Spirit Beast. Those are like the main reason why I play BM. Even though BM is not really in a good spot, it's basically the main reason why I play BM. And other than that, that's really the only reason why I play BM. So I'm going to go on to Marksman. Marksman and Hunter, it's getting kind of changed in Battle for Azeroth, so I'm not really 100% sure. Like, after Legion's done, I'm not sure how it's going to be for Battle for Azeroth. If you're seeing it in the future, then it's kind of outdated. But for Legion, it's really nice having, for Marksman, like an AoE type of thing. Having Sidewinders, I believe it's called. I can't remember without looking at it right now, but I think it's called Sidewinders. And having vulnerable on all the targets, plus it's just got huge spread AoE. And if you're into like AoEing in a team fight, it's insane. Everybody pretty much practically drops. It's crazy. That's the whole reason why I enjoy Marksman. Plus, Marksman I think is probably the best of ceasing wise of all three specs. Marksman has Biting Shot, which unfortunately is getting changed. It's a stun. It has Scatter Shot. It has Explosive Trap, which if you love knocking people off like I do, then it'll definitely be a fun spec for you. I personally love knocking people off cliffs and all that. Nothing's more fun than that. I mean, everybody has to agree. It's always the most fun doing that. They have Traps, which pretty much every Hunter spec has. Scatter Shot, like I said, I think they have that. Explosive Trap, Binding Shot. I think they have Camouflage if you spec into it. They have, I think that's pretty much it for Marksman. Oh, Bursting Shot, which is kind of a disorient. I think that's it for Marksman. Alright, Survival. Mixed opinions, just like DK. People either love it or they will hate it. Personally, everybody I've talked to, every person I've talked to about Survival loves it. I've not met one single person that hates it on my friends list, so, but take it with however you like. Survival. I love the melee Survival Hunter. I do prefer, I think, Warlords better than Legion, obviously, but I still love it regardless. I don't hate it, but I do definitely like Warlords / Mystery Area Survival Hunter more. That's just me personally. Again, I don't hate it, but what I do like about this spec, having a pet with you is pretty nice. I have the bird for the reduced healing effect. Having bleeds, because there is some of it that does some bleeds if you do it right. For against Rogue with Vanish or Feral, against Night Elf with Shadow Meld, you can have that and they can't get away. So having that is really nice. They do have some really annoying CC a little bit. I guess I wouldn't call it CC. There is a ranged net you can throw it. You could throw it at people. And it really, really, really can make people mad. It has made me pretty mad personally, and I know a lot of people that have been mad personally against it. So I guess that's a reason why I enjoy the Survival Hunter the most. Having the harpoon to bring you to the target has a overall. I think that's pretty much it. Just Survival is just a lot of fun to me. I don't know what I can say about it because it's really a bit difficult to explain. Survival is just a weird spec to me. It's just like I enjoy it. That's really all I could say about it. Let's move on to the next class. Alright guys, the final class is Demon Hunter. So, if many of you have been around my channel for a while, you will know I absolutely hate rogues. I despise them. I have to kill them on sight. They overall just really make me mad. And you guys will probably know where I'm going with this. Demon Hunters. They have a spell called Spectacle Sight, which allows you to see stealth players. I love Demon Hunter solely due to the fact of Spectacle Sight. I don't even care what their damage is. I know they're insane right now, and a lot of people don't like them. Just due to the fact that they're really easy. Their rotation is easy. Same thing like Frosty K's, if you saw that earlier. I'm not going to go into that again. But, yeah, so I love them due to the fact of Spectacle Sight. You could see rogue players or ferals, camouflaged hunters, and that's the reason why I enjoy it. I love seeing rogues. And then you can dot them with the bleed if you talent it, of course. And then they can't get away. You can just chase and hunt them down. And it makes them so mad. I think I probably have the most Rage Whispers on my Demon Hunter when I've played it back in the day. Just due to the fact of that. So if you're a person that hates stealthers as much as I do, Demon Hunter hands down will be for you. It's the sole reason to play the Demon Hunter is just due to that. And then the final reason why I enjoy Demon Hunter, double jump. I'm a jumper. You see that in tons of my videos if you've seen them. I jump a lot. It's just something I do. And another reason why I enjoy it is the mobility. Going back to the mobility, Demon Hunter is insane mobility. Double jump is really nice to get to places that you never thought was possible. So it's really nice having that. Overall, that's pretty much it. The whole reason to play Demon Hunter is just those three reasons. Spectacle Sight to see rogues or ferals or whatever in general. Mobility, if you like mobility. They're also pretty good at soloing stuff. And, yeah, guys, I think that pretty much covers it for this video. If you have any more questions, feel free to let me know. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.